Look at this, some sort of subliminal message or something in my garage here. So did a little road trip last night and wasn't supposed to be back, but ran into some issues and got unhappy with myself and decided to turn around and come home. So yeah, and this is in here. I asked Hans why this is in here, and he says, oh, it's got some specks of rust on it. Can you paint it? So we got to get his car painted. And there's the old bus. Got the road trip grime on there. Look at the bugs. Oh my goodness. So I've been chasing my tail on this bus. I got this motor, and it's a single port motor. It's not the really motor that I wanted for this bus. And I wounded it when I went to South Carolina. We took it apart and remachined the cylinders and cut the heads. It is a new case. Even though it's painted black, it was new. And the heads keep leaking. And I can't stand that sound. If you're a Volkswagen guy and you've heard a head pop, it's like somebody pulling your tooth out. So the heads started popping there when I got off the interstate in the middle of nowhere. And doesn't run hot, runs really good and everything. It's just leaking compression out of the between the cylinder and the head. So it's a fail. I'm gonna pull this back out again, and I think I'm gonna go a different direction. I'm gonna put the 2110 in here with some 48 Webers and buy a set of cylinder heads, scrape some money up, and try to get some new heads and some that are machined out for 92s, so I can put that aluminum case motor in here and see if I can get some satisfaction, because I'm driving myself crazy with this. It shouldn't leak, it should be fine. You know, I took a bunch of the compression out. I did find something very interesting with the compression. I took compression out, I put 90,000 Shem under the cylinder, and it made quite a bit of difference on the cruise speed. I think I picked up about 200 RPM on the tack, 200 less RPM at the same cruise speed. And when you let off the gas now, the motor's not pulling the bus down. I don't know if that makes any sense, but when I had the I had it at 8.5 to 1, and when you let off the gas at 60-70 miles an hour, it'd about throw you through the windshield, and now that's gone. So it's not tugging on the bus as it's going down the road. It seems to be more comfortable cruising at 60-65. But we got the head issue, and I'm gonna have to deal with that. You can see the push rod tubes are fairly dry. It's not like the heads are falling off of it, just enough to make the noise. I'll probably drive it a little bit. I'm not gonna take it out today, and you know, you get a million things going through your mind. I was gonna pull it out and build this motor and put these heads on this, and I just need to stop and regroup and put the motor in here that I really want. And yeah, it's just sitting in the cabinet. I didn't put it in here because I was thinking I might sell the bus, but you just stop thinking that way. If somebody wants to buy the bus, they'll pay the extra motor for the or the extra money for the better motor. But anyway, that's what's going on here today. I was just watching some videos this morning, and I saw Greg Porter's video there, sort of down on himself, had a bad week at work, and that sucks. Sorry about the camera. There you go. But anyway, Greg's one of those guys that I really look up to in the garage, and probably one of the main reasons that I continue to watch YouTube is guys like Greg. There's quite a few of you in the garage. I think a lot of you guys don't talk about the jobs you do, but some of you probably are in the top of your profession, or at whatever you do. You're the best at it, you can tell. And when things don't go your way, it can be hard on you. And I think you're like anybody else, you know. You want to do the best you can. And sometimes people want you to compromise, and that's hard to do if you're a perfectionist. And hopefully you don't have to compromise too much, and you can find happiness in what you do, and people will appreciate the quality that you're striving for. But one of the greatest racers I ever worked with told me that, okay, never won a race. And I think that's true with everything in life. We can get by with a lot of stuff, but it's only the guys that truly achieve that make stuff happen. And sometimes you have to just keep the focus and not let other people make you lose sight of what the big picture is. So hopefully you guys can go over there, cheer Greg up, let him know we appreciate what he does, and we appreciate the perfection that he strives for. And I think a lot of you guys are perfectionists. That's why we find friendship online. And maybe don't have so many friends in life, because a lot of times when you're a perfectionist, it can rub people the wrong way. A lot of people can't take what is it? Constructive criticism is hard on some people, and some people just don't know how to give it constructive. They just criticize or see things their way, and it pisses people off. And I think that's why a lot of us don't have a lot of friends, and I think that's why a lot of us have made friends on YouTube. I had a guy that came to the YouTube garage, and he's a good friend of mine. His name's Hanson. And he was telling me that, you know, he thought the YouTube garage was going to get huge. He thought that there was going to be a lot of people that wanted to be a part of the YouTube garage. And I sort of knew that the YouTube garage was sort of on the decline at that time. It was right at the time we had the big party in Daytona Beach. And I know Greg's having his party right now. And I'll definitely be going to that in Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. A lot of guys came to our party, and I saw something that changed my mind on the YouTube thing when I had the party. I'd already made my mind up before the party that I would just take it easy after the party, and I wasn't going to promote the YouTube garage as hard after the party. I would let chips fall where they would. And when I had the conversation with 265 Chevy Hanson, he was telling me how big he thought it would get, and I sort of knew that it wasn't going to get much bigger. But the one thing that I can take pride in the YouTube garage is I think a couple of you guys have really made good friendships, and that's more important than anything getting big or guys buying a bunch of shirts. Some of you guys have made some really solid friends, and you can't put a price on that. So although the YouTube garage is not as big as some of us would have wanted it to be, you know, with the bigger the group gets, the harder it is to make everybody happy. And it's sort of like when you work somewhere, you know, you're never going to make the whole group happy. You're always going to inspire somebody, or you wouldn't be there. So you know, they saw the greatness, and some people are scared of greatness. But I don't know how I got on that. I just I know that some of you guys are good friends, and that's important to me. It's not about selling t-shirts for me, or you know, if the videos are popular or any of that stuff. It's about the friendships and being inspired by what other people are doing on here. It's sort of like fuel for my soul, I guess. You know, I watch you guys do something, and it motivates me to get out in the garage and try to make something happen myself. And you know, of course, you're always going to have the guys that can't stand what you're doing, because anytime you do something good, there's always going to be somebody standing outside that's not a part of it, that would like to be a part of it, but really doesn't know how to, so they want to tear it down. And it's easier to tear something down than build something. It's always easier to break something down than to build it. And you guys remember that for sure. That's something that you can learn in life real quick, especially if you work on cars. You can take it apart real fast. It's putting it back together that takes the skill and the time. But anyway, sort of a puffy cloud day. Not really John Kerry day here. So we're going to try to regroup, clean up the shop a little bit. I got a couple of motors here and there. I do have some cylinder heads here. If I can send these out and have them cut for 92s, I think I might do that, so we can put that 2110 in the bus. I've been wanting to buy some big valve fryer breathing heads, but these will run pretty good on there. And I just don't have $500, $600 for cylinder heads right now. But I can't keep driving this thing with the heads popping either, because it's worse than the hum of the road. So, but anyway, I'll try to turn the camera on today. Hope you guys do the same thing. Got the Bradley GT parts thing here. That left. That guy was really happy, and it seemed to run really good. I don't know, I might have a small exhaust leak. I might check that out Wednesday if he brings it back, but he said it's running real sweet. Here's some of the goodness we took off. The homemade sheet metal and the rubber valve cover gaskets, soaked pads, new wheel cylinders that are blown out. It had 3 intake gaskets on it, 2 on one side, 1 on the other, so that's never good. And then this distributor that I had to pretty much destroy to get out of the motor. Never seen one stuck like that. But that's where we're at. You guys try to have a great day. Porter, keep your head up, buddy. There's great things to come for guys like you, and you know, everybody's gonna have a bad week every now and then. Don't let it affect the big picture. So yeah, let me get back here and clean up. You can see I got a little bit of tools off the floor, but I still got quite the mess. So I got my son, has all my sockets in his bedroom, although he did buy a socket set yesterday, so I don't know if that's good or bad. I asked him if I could use his tools, and he said no. Isn't that how that works? Then he was out here taking inventory like, hey, is that mine? Is that mine? So what, are you going to put all your tools, all my tools in your toolbox now? So anyway, maybe we'll go for a ride later. You guys keep your head up, keep positive, and big things will come, man. Just remember, nobody makes it happen but you. And all you can do is surround yourself with the best people that you possibly can. But if those people start to become negative, then you got to think about surrounding yourself with some new people.